Good morning, my name is Eddie from the Daily Informer, here to give you unbiased news updates on what's happening around the world. In Jordan, air defenses intercepted 5 missiles originating from Iran. In Damietta, Egypt, the cabinet confirmed that a drone struck 2 vessels yesterday at a local port, including a liquefied natural gas storage tanker. Regarding shipping operations in the Middle East, data indicates that a Qatari-controlled liquefied natural gas tanker exited the Strait of Hormuz, marking the first visible transit by a Qatari LNG vessel on tracking data since mid-July. In Gaza, negotiators and representatives reached an agreement in Cairo, Egypt, to implement the second phase of a ceasefire framework. Following announcements regarding disarmament plans, officials in Israel reaffirmed that military forces will not withdraw from the Gaza Strip until complete disarmament is achieved. In maritime security, Saudi Arabia announced the creation of the multinational Maritime Defense Alliance, joined by 14 signatory nations aiming to maintain open transit through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. Shipping data shows approximately 25 vessels recently crossed the strait. In Poland, an armed cruise missile entered airspace near Lublin before exploding in the countryside near Tarnawa, Colonia, prompting NATO to scramble fighter aircraft. In Sudan, reports based on statements from former child soldiers indicate recruitment by the Rapid Support Forces involving training by Colombian personnel. Meanwhile, the Sudanese Air Force conducted airstrikes targeting mobilization sites and positions in North and West Kordofan. Turning to business and economy, the Intergovernmental Authority on Development Trade Bloc has reopened its office in Khartoum, Sudan, resuming regional operations for the first time since April 2023. In health and environment news, Singapore-based Hilleman Laboratories announced plans to advance a vaccine candidate against the Bundibugyo strain of Ebola into human trials, following evaluations by World Health Organization experts. In the United States, public health officials in Michigan reported that the state has recorded over 10,000 cases of cyclosporiasis. In Hungary, the Paks nuclear power plant ceased operations for the first time in 44 years due to ongoing drought conditions and historically low water levels on the Danube River. In international relations, thousands of undocumented immigrants crossed the border into the Spanish autonomous city of Ceuta from neighboring Morocco. Following the incident, senior Italian politicians publicly called for Spain's suspension or removal from the Schengen zone. Elsewhere, Chile and Venezuela formally restored diplomatic relations following a 2-year suspension. In the South Pacific, Nauru announced the withdrawal of its diplomatic recognition of Abkhazia and South Ossetia, officially terminating relations with both breakaway territories. In political developments, the president of Argentina issued an executive decree requesting parliamentary authorization to deport or bar foreign nationals accused of inciting hostility against the nation, while maintaining exemptions for protected political and academic expression. In science and technology, state authorities in Minnesota reported a cyber attack affecting 30 municipal community water systems, with United States officials attributing the action to Iranian cyber actors. Finally, in sports, European football's governing body, UEFA, announced it will boycott the 2030 FIFA World Cup if plans proceed to sell ownership stakes in the tournament to private investors. The World Cup is scheduled to be co-hosted by Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. In international sports administration, World Boxing lifted restrictions on Russian athletes, permitting competition under their national symbols. Meanwhile, the International Ice Hockey Federation extended its ban on Russian teams through the 2027 Men's Ice Hockey World Championship. Thanks for joining us today. Please follow us to stay updated every day. Remember, stay informed, but don't let fear do your thinking for you.